What's up, YouTube? Erod212 here with another video. So this past weekend, down at the Jersey Shore at Tom's River, there was a comic book show, and I decided to take the hour ride. Let's see what I found. All right, so like I said, took the hour trek. It was really the only good show in the area that I knew of. But you know what? An hour ride is really not that bad. Throw on some tunes and you're good to go. Sometimes I'll even throw on a podcast. I'll listen to my man Nemesis Prime or somebody like that, and just enjoy the ride. I like driving and get to a show. You never know what you're gonna find. This show had some dealers that I knew and some dealers I had never dealt with. And before I show you the books, I'm just gonna say it's an X-Men heavy load. And let me show you the show floor. All right, so that's the show floor. For the most part, enough comic dealers in there that it was worth making the trip. It was a $5 admission, so that's nothing. I like that. It was in like an Elks Lodge type of place. Plenty of parking, so the location was good, easy to get to, right off the Parkway. Those are all pluses. The only negative thing I saw there was one dealer there whose prices were outrageous, just prices through the roof. When you're doing like Bronze Age Amazing Spider-Man and the early ones, let's say the 115s and stuff like that, and the guy is charging $100 a pop, and they're nowhere near mint condition, because that's the only way that book is worth $100. I'll usually glance through. Once I start seeing prices, I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but let me know in the comments. If I see certain books that I know the price point on them and they're way overpriced, I don't even bother looking through everything else a lot of times. I'll just walk away because I feel I'm going to miss an opportunity with somebody who's got reasonable prices, wasting my time digging in something where it's super expensive. So I did the once around. I like to do that. And there was just a bunch of guys from the community. Everybody was talking, hanging out, having a good time. And I saw this on a wall and I got a good deal for it, so I picked it up. It's Uncanny X-Men number 221. First appearance of Mr. Sinister, but it was a newsstand edition, probably like in that 8.0 range. Had two little things. It needs a press, but it still had a few little defects there. Top corner there. See if you can see it, but it's got a dog ear in the top corner, a little bit of crunching. Some of it will press out, and then one of the vendors there had some great Silver Age X-Men at very affordable prices. People are sleeping on these books. I know that the stories aren't the best, but if you're an X-Men completionist, you have to get these. I know, most people, unless you're a completionist, you're not picking up these issues, but stuff like this, it's just great, man. X-Men number 21, and it's a low grader. Some of these were mid to low graders. X-Men number 24, that's a nice cover. Love the way they use the reds on these. These things really, really pop. Cover I like a lot. Is this one, X-Men number 43. Great Magneto cover. Magneto's the best villain to come from that whole X-Men run there at that time. That, you know what? Sauron is good and Kazar comes out of it. So you do get some really nice gems. But yeah, that book looks really clean. Look at the reds on that. And I like, this is after they've gotten the new costumes. And I kind of like that look. We got issue number 52. What's that? Eric the Red right there. Nice looking cover. I'm trying to remember if Neil Adams is on this book at this time. I don't recall. But this is close to where Neil Adams is coming on there and beginning his run there. Steranko also has that legendary run there. But then talk about like great iconic covers. We all know that 50, the 49 and 50, which are the Steranko, Lorna Dane, and Polaris covers. But one of my favorites is this one here, and that's 58. The way they did Havoc with his sound coming out, his sound waves, that's a beautiful piece of art right there. You don't even have to like comic books to want to buy a book that looks like that. At least that's my opinion. Love the way that looks. So pick this up, and like I said, these were all at fair prices. That was a little higher. It's a sought after book, and it's a little more expensive. And then pick this up too. And this was a nice high grade, probably like an 8.0. After issue 66, the X-Men go into reprints, but they redid the covers and they look really good. So this is issue 75, which is a recreation of that Mimic cover. But just, like I said, look at the colors on this book. The colors, and it's got a date stamp, but the colors on this book are popping. Look at the beast there. The spine is really clean on this book. This was a gem to find. And if you don't know, watch these books, because if you have the opportunity to find them in like that 9.4, 9.6 range, they're a couple $100s a piece when they're graded out. I have a 93 that I got graded out, and it came back at 9.6, and that's a couple $100. It's a nice book. PC book, but it's a nice book to own. Then this was on the wall. This is a sleeper book. It was super hot. And then when the market started to fluctuate, it went down a bit. I think that this is the buying time for this book. You guys can buy whatever you want. I know Gary swears by this book. The defects do. It's just that book. And that's Fantastic Four Annual number 6. This is a lower grade, but it is a nice looking book. And, you're talking the first appearance of Franklin Richards and Annihilus. I like this book more for Franklin Richards than anything. But, you decide. But this is the time. Like, I'm telling you now, watch the prices. This book has dropped. But yet, graded copies, 5.0 or better, do very well. So, a book to look for. And talk about graded copies. Man, what happened with CGC? Raised the prices on everybody again, huh? Raised the prices, eliminated a tier. So, basically, if you're sending in a book now, you used to have that 1,000 to 3,000 tier where you could submit a book in there. They eliminated that, so now you have to send the 1,000 and up, go into like whatever it used to be, the walkthrough, I guess it used to be. So it's costing like another $25 a book. I get it. New company every year. It looks like we're going to get a $1 increase here and there. I think somebody said the magazines got lowered. And the one thing I did see, and I mean, if you're doing the math, it might work, but depends on what you're sending in. But pre-screens. So pre-screens initially were $5 forever, but you had to send in 25 or more. They raised them to 8, and they kept that 25 limit. Well, now they've raised it to 9. There's no limit on the pre-screen. So if you've got a book that you think is a 9.8 and it's worth paying the extra, let's say $10, whatever, to send it in, and if it doesn't come back at 9.8, get that book back. That's a good option now, because you don't have to send in 25 books. Even if you send in 10 and it costs you $100, you get 4 of them back, it only costs you, $40 or $36. It's not bad. And then enough of that rant, but here's the last book I picked up, and that's Uncanny X-Men number 266. And this is a really clean copy. I pressed this one out. The only thing it has is a little tape pull on the back cover, but other than that, this book is beautiful. So like I said, an X-Men heavy show, a lot of fun, great talking to the community. Day went by fast, hanging out there, just having fun, looking at books, talking some guys from Whatnot in there. And you're seeing that more now, so running into guys from the Whatnot community, which has become part of this YouTube and Instagram community. You know, it's that whole comic community. It's just another venue. Make sure you're watching Tuesdays, Attack on Tuesday. Myself, Very Gary, Pressable Defects, Dave Schreider. And I'll leave a link in the description to get you 10% off. Also, my website is up, so go take a look at that. I'd love input on that. Let me know what you guys are thinking about it. And this time it's official. This Saturday, Streetside Anthony, if you're anywhere near the Bronx, go check it out. Streetside Anthony's doing his yearly yard sales. And I know Bronxville's going to be there. I'm going to be there. It's going to be a good time. I believe the 10 o'clock start there. No admission fee. All you got to do is find parking in the street, which there's plenty of. Walk on in and hunt for some books. He's always got great deals. Bronxville's always got his books there. So it should be a good time. But that's it for now. Until the next video,